High alert. Explosive possibility. The Las Vegas Raiders are on the verge of signing Frank Clark. Friends and Las Vegas Raiders fans, get ready for news that could revolutionize the fate of our team. You're watching the most influential Raiders news program in the world. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can't wait another second. Click that button and activate notifications right away. The breaking news is that the Raiders could be on the verge of closing a deal with their arch-rival in the division, the Denver Broncos, to acquire Frank Clark. This report brings you all the crucial details, but before we dive into it, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with all Raiders news. According to reliable sources, the Broncos are in the midst of a sale process, and Frank Clark's future hangs in the balance. The team plans to part ways with Clark, either through a trade or an imminent release. Clark has recently restructured his contract, releasing $1.68 million in guaranteed salary. This has led many Raiders followers to wonder if we should act immediately. Diana Rini has reported that the Raiders have been actively exploring options to strengthen their defense since Chandler Jones's departure. They are looking for a possible player-for-player trade without sacrificing too much capital. So the pressing question is, should we consider signing Frank Clark? If you're not up to date on Clark's performance in the current season, you should know that he has had limited access to the field. He has participated in only 33 plays, with just 6 defensive interventions against the run. His overall rating is a concerning 45.7, according to PFF. However, we shouldn't judge his season solely by these numbers, as the Broncos are going through a rough patch. Adding Clark could be exactly what we need to bolster our defense. If the Raiders make the bold decision to move forward, the big question is, what would they be willing to offer the Broncos? A draft pick trade could be the key, and the fan community is divided on this possibility. Some are excited about the prospect of adding a high-profile player like Clark, while others wonder if it's worth the effort. Nonetheless, bringing Clark to the competitive AFC West could be a masterstroke, as he has an in-depth knowledge of the division and could elevate our defensive game. Furthermore, other alternatives like Melvin Ingram and Carlos Dunlap, who are still available in free agency, have been mentioned. The final choice will depend on the team's chosen strategy. In such a competitive environment, the key is not to fall behind and ensure that our defense gets the necessary boost to compete at the highest level. So, the burning question is, would they bring Frank to Las Vegas if the offer is reasonable? Leave your response in the comments. We're closely following this evolving story. Stay tuned for the latest Raiders updates. Let's continue supporting our team in this season filled with urgency and excitement. You can't afford to miss a single detail.